I went to Kroger the other day, and as I was finishing my shopping, I went through the U-Check line, and I do this quite a bit. I go and there's particular employees there that are at the U-Check, and they always see me come in. I usually come in early in the morning, but we always strike up little conversations. And this one woman in particular was there, and she saw me come in, and I was later than normal, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, did you sleep in today?" And I said, "Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, I did a little bit." But anyway, we were talking a little, and she noticed that sitting like on the place that the receipts come out, she noticed that there was this little booklet that was sitting there. And she reached over and she grabbed the little booklet and she opened it up and she started leafing through it. And I noticed that it was a copy of Our Daily Bread. So I don't know if you know what that is, but there's these little devotional books these days, Our Daily Bread. There's others that are out there that, folks get at the church and they read them as daily devotionals. And they're great little daily devotionals that can kind of help us along the way. Anyway, so she saw this thing and I noticed it was Our Daily Bread, and I noticed her kind of flipping through, and you could see the Bible verse and the little devotionals and everything. And she looks at it and she looks at me and she goes, "It's too bad that the guy that left this here doesn't practice what's in here." And I thought that was really interesting. I guess evidently the guy was kind of grumpy when he was going through U-Check, and he was a little bit cantankerous or whatever. But what was interesting was she associated how he was acting with this little booklet. And that got me to thinking. It got me to thinking about a couple things. One, it got me to thinking about the times when I've gone in there and I've clearly not been the representative of the church perhaps that I needed to be. And sometimes I may not have treated everyone who was in line with me, or everyone who's the employee or whatever, may not have treated them with the kind of kindness or goodwill that I probably should have. And sometimes I'm really glad that they have no idea. I know this sounds terrible, but sometimes I'm really glad that they have no idea what I do for a living. Because if they did, I would really be concerned about, am I reflecting what I should be reflecting? Well, that really made me feel like a hypocrite, because I thought, it doesn't matter if they know what I do or who I am. It really shouldn't matter at all. I should always be reflective of the faith that I have and the belief I have and the person that I say that I follow in Jesus, right? So it made me think of this verse from Acts chapter 1. And this is a time right before Jesus ascends into heaven, but as he is there with his disciples, they're questioning about when the end time's going to come and all of that. And Jesus says this to me. He says, you really don't know, and it's not for you to know when this time is going to come. But then he says this. He says, "But when it happens, you will receive the power of the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit will have come on you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth." What I noticed there was I noticed that it didn't say, "You can be my witnesses," or "You may be my witnesses," or "On a good day, you just might happen to be my witnesses." It just says, "You will be." You flat out will be my witnesses. Whether you like it or not, you will be my witnesses wherever you go. And I guess sometimes that's a good thing, and I guess sometimes it's not a good thing. And I need to be reminded of that. I need to be encouraged that I am a witness, whether people know it or not, whether people know what I do for a living or not. Anytime I'm encountering someone else, I am giving witness to the Jesus that I follow. We do our best, and sometimes we do well, and sometimes we don't do well. But I guess in the end, it doesn't really matter too much. Because in the end, like it or not, we will be God's witnesses. We will be the witnesses of Christ wherever we go.